Okay, welcome to a scalp massage. So today we're going to be doing a treatment of different meridians along your scalp and on your neck as well. We'll do a massage of your neck and your trapezius muscles on the shoulders. Okay? But first I do want to ask you a few questions. How has your sleep been lately?
It's been a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
I take probably about 20 minutes to fall asleep per night, which for me, I used to be able to fall asleep like almost instantaneously.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably wake up 3 to 4 times per night. But falling back asleep when I wake up isn't usually too difficult.
Okay. I'm just doing a scalp check right now. I just have one more question for you. Do you know why you're having trouble falling asleep? Is it because of any sadness, anxiety, depression, anything like that?
Well, I've been dealing with anxiety for a little bit now, so that could be a factor for sure.
Okay. So in this scalp massage, I will try to target calming the mind as one of the indications and making sure to reduce anxiety so it will help you sleep at night, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let me know at any point if I'm using too much pressure or if anything hurts. So I'm going to start off with a scalp check, okay? And so for this, I'm just trying to figure out if there's any abrasions, lesions that I should be mindful of during this massage. And I'm also looking for, any dryness, anything like that. So I'm just starting off with your right side and just working through the hair. So far, so good. Is your hair freshly washed?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this side looks very good. I don't see any lesions or any spots, redness. Let me know if any part itches at all, because that can tell me about potential eczema or seborrheic dermatitis. Have you ever had any rashes on your scalp?
Not that I know of, but I feel like my hair does get itchy after a few days of not washing it, so
Yeah,
I think that's normal though.
that's pretty normal. Okay, I'm just gonna have you tilt your head a little bit like this so I can take a proper look over here. And so far so good. I don't see any nevi. Okay. Again, no redness. Go over here to the back. Okay. I'm just going to need you to tilt your head forward just like that. Perfect. And we're going to look back here, okay? Don't worry, I won't keep you in this position for too long. Okay. And then over here on this side. Very good. So your hair looks really healthy, and your scalp looks really healthy as well. So no contraindications when it comes to this scalp massage, okay? Just looking at your ear and behind the ear too. Okay, good. All right. Just Just taking out a few pieces of fluff that's been stuck in your hair a little bit. Okay. All right. So I'm actually going to start off with your neck massage. So let me tie up your hair into a, well, fancy hairstyle. Tuck it in a little bit. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do your neck massage. Do you mind if I take off this necklace?
Sure.
Okay. Good. So I'm just going to be assessing your vertebrae one by one. So let me know if you feel any discomfort, any tension at all, okay? So we'll start with up here, right at your occiput. Feeling any tension there? Does that hurt?
A little bit, but I feel like I have pretty high pain tolerance.
Okay. I definitely feel that it's quite, like these trapezius muscles are quite stiff, especially right here. Like, do you feel that knot?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll definitely have to work on that. And your traps are not too bad, actually. Let me just feel it a little further. Okay. It's actually not so bad. How do they feel?
Better now than it was earlier.
Okay. So I'm going to put on some roll-ons, and I have 4 here. I have the Super Detox, which is really good for draining lymphatic tissue. I have the Sleep Well, which is really good for before sleep. The Moon Cycle, I think I'm actually going to use that one because it's going to be a full moon tonight, and we kind of want to honor the moon. And I also have head cold gear just in case. Have you been feeling any coughs or any tickling of the throat at all?
I wouldn't say a cough, but I had a sore throat maybe like 3 days ago.
Okay. Any headaches recently?
I usually get a headache when I look at a screen for too long, but when I put it away, it usually gets better right away, so I don't think it's persistent.
Okay. I also have here the Pocket Pharmacy by Sage, and we have 5 different oils here. So I have the Peppermint Halo, the Immune, which I think I'm going to choose Stress Release for you today.
That's fitting.
It'll be really good for your anxiety. I can actually read the description right here. So Stress Release is used topically in aromatherapy to alleviate symptoms of mild anxiety, such as restlessness and nervousness, by inducing relaxation. So we're definitely going to need that for you. So I'm actually going to add just a little bit behind your ear. Okay. And then over here as well. So that'll get absorbed right into your circulation, and it'll help you to feel like a Zen state. Okay. And for the neck massage, I want to use some pain release. So just gonna apply that right on your neck. So you'll feel a sort of like numbing, maybe even tingling feeling. There you go. I'm just going to massage that in, okay? So I want you to just rest your head right here on my hand. Just relax. And we're really going to work in with fingertip kneading right into those traps. Okay, other side. I'm just going to do a bit of traction, okay? Just pulling your neck up. There you go. So we're going to work on the muscles here just around your vertebrae. Okay, so I just want you to relax your head forward just like that. Okay. And we're going to work through these knots right there. Okay. Just working up and down. Do a little bit of thumb kneading as well. Okay, how does that feel? Better?
That's good.
Okay, so now that we're done the neck massage, I'm going to work on your scalp, okay? Just gonna release your hair. Just let it loose. There you go. Okay, so I think the two best meridians to focus on for today is the gallbladder channel and the governing vessel channel. So they're both really powerful meridians that are really good for reducing anxiety and calming the mind. So I will start by the governing vessel just because it's a lot easier to find it. I'm just going to use this tool, the gua sha tool, to help me divide your scalp like the hair. Actually, let me use this. Okay. Trying to find a nice division in the middle. Can you lean forward, please? We're going to continue down here. All the way down the midline. This is probably my favorite meridian to massage, but also needle, because it's considered the seat of all yang meridians. Basically, all of the yang meridians converge together towards the governing vessel. In Chinese, it's called the dumai. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start off with some of the points in the front. So I actually have them written down right here next to me. So governing vessel 24 is just 0.5 cun within the hairline right in the front. So I'm just going to work into that one there. And this one's incredibly good for calming the mind, but also subduing liver yang. If you tend to have a lot of heat in your face, or redness in the eyes, a temper, that kind of thing, then that means that your liver yang is rising. And it's important to help to subdue it back down. So this point's really good for that. How does that feel?
Good.
So that's governing vessel 24. 23 is just behind that. Right here. And for each point, you're going to feel sort of like an achy, tender feeling. And if you feel that, then you're on the correct spot. Okay. For the next 2 points, governing vessel 22 and 21, what I'm going to do is actually find the tips of your ear, like this, and follow it all the way up to the top of your head. And from here, I'm going to divide this space like this. And so these 2 points in between, about 1.5 turn apart, are 22 and 21. And these are also really potent points for reducing anxiety. Just forward a little bit. And I can feel like a prominent depression there, which means that I'm on the right point. Good. And finally, the governing vessel 20, which is my favorite point because it's so versatile. It's not only good for calming the mind, it's also really great for either, depending on how you angle the needle, you can either raise yang or subdue yang. I think it also helps to relieve pain, clear heat, and expel wind. Just going to spend a little bit more time on this point right here. Okay, good. Let's relax a little bit. Just going to move the hair out of your face so it's not uncomfortable. So the next 2 points are also fairly easy to find. Governing vessel 17 is, if you find this point, it's called the external occipital protuberance, and you go right on the upper border, then come over to just right here. That's governing vessel 17. And then from governing vessel 20, you're going to go like this and divide it by 3. You'll have 2 points in between. So this one's 19, 18, and 17. So we'll work on all of them. And I feel a nice depression right there.
Ooh, it kind of hurts.
That one hurts? Okay, I'll release it a little bit. Okay. And then if you just follow it along, right here is 18. And 17. Sixteen's right down here at the occiput. And 15 is just under that. And this one's a really good point for also subduing liver yang and relieving pain. Sorry, does that hurt?
It feels interesting.
Chinese acupuncture points can feel quite interesting at times. Okay, and that's it for the governing vessel channel. So anytime you're feeling anxious, you can always go along this meridian and just put pressure onto it. It can really help. Next, we're going to be doing the gallbladder meridian. And the gallbladder meridian is if you take your head and you divide it from one side to the side. This is 4.5 tsun. And then you again divide that by thirds. Okay. So like this. And then right over here, this third, this is where gallbladder, I believe 13 is. Yes, gallbladder 13 is right here. And then gallbladder 15 is in between the 2 points, the midline, and then right by your ear. So I'll just go halfway like this and then make a part. And when you're making the part, you want to make sure that you're following the curvature of the scalp. Otherwise, you're not going to get the points correct. So let me just make sure that I'm getting this right. And you have a lot of baby hairs, so it's hard to find stomach 8 here. But I would imagine it's around there, and then I would go halfway between the midline and stomach 8. Okay, just untangle that. I'm trying my best to really find the curvature, and I would say that this is quite good. I think we're almost there. Just like that. Perfect. I think that would be the meridian right there. Just here. 1, 2. Perfect. Like this. And it kind of ends right where your traps start. I'm actually going to tie the other side of your hair so that you don't feel too hot. I'll do another hairstyle. Just like that. Okay. Perfect. So here's the gallbladder meridian. And for this one, we're going to start off with gallbladder 15, right here. Okay. And gallbladder 16 and 17 are right in between the vertex of the headline again. So if I follow her ear right up like that, then I'll find gallbladder 18, and then 16 and 17 are right between. So we'll start with 16 here. Okay, 17. and 18. Good. And then we have 3 more points. Gallbladder 19 is that line with the external occipital protuberance, which we found earlier. So you follow that line, and it's right here. And here's an excellent calming point as well. Okay. The next point is down here. There's an extra point that's actually not on the head, but it's actually on the traps that I want to work on. And it's at the peak. So if you follow the traps and you find the peak of the traps, you just have to press down on that one. I'm actually going to... It's a little difficult in this position, so I'm just going to get on the table and then just press down into it. Okay, and release. How's that feel? And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Releasing this. And again, we're going to find her stomach 8, which is right there, midline, and go halfway. Even if you don't get a perfect job done, as long as it's in the vicinity of the point, you will still be able to reap the benefits. Excuse me. Again, following the curvature of your skull and working down. Good. Okay, that's a very good job. Just gonna do a little twist. Make sure it's not too tight or else it'll be uncomfortable. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Would this be easier if I was bald? It definitely would be easier if you were bald. So I'm going through the gallbladder meridian on the left side. And then again, finding that vertex of the ear and the apex of the ear, and then working up to the vertex of the head. And that's, I think that was 18. Yes, gallbladder 18. And there's a nice depression right there. Good. There's 2 points in between that and the anterior hairline. Okay. And after that, we find the EOP again. Right there. Sorry. I used to brush. Good. And then down here at the occiput. A little bit lower, right on that trap muscle. And then finally finding the highest peak of the shoulder trapezius. Gonna get on this table again. I'm just working right into it. Good, and release. So that's the gallbladder meridian right there. And to end off this massage, would it be okay if I used a bit of peppermint halo?
Sure.
I'm just thinking I want you to be able to kind of cool down a bit.
Are you putting it on my forehead?
On your neck. Now that we've really activated that meridian, and we can spend more time on it, but I think that's enough for today. So I really want to help you cool down a little bit now that we've sort of warmed everything up. So I'm going to choose Peppermint Halo, and this one's a blend of peppermint, eucalyptus, cajeput, rosemary, lavender, and vetiver. I'm just going to put that right on the trap from the bottom here all the way up and into her hair a little bit. And this will really help to cool you down. Okay. I don't want to add too much, otherwise it'll be too stimulating. And again, just massaging that right in to your neck. I can feel that your temporalis muscle is a little bit tight there on the left side. So just help to relax that a bit. Okay, you can try to relax your jaw as much as you can. And that's the end of your scalp massage. Do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
Thank you so much.